Hey guys, how are you all doing today? I hope you're well. We are finally back. This is the Zoo Tycooner, by the way. I am Zoo Tycooner, or Tyke, and we are back in the game that is my namesake, finally. I meant to upload the first episode of this series a couple of months ago, actually a couple of weeks after I made the preview for the zoo, but life got in the way, and only now have I decided I'm ready to record this for you. Alright, so this is Crystal Heights Zoo and Gardens. Very clearly a winter-themed zoo, seeing as I've never really focused on making a good one before. It's been a long time since I've made a snow zoo, actually. But, let me go back here again real quick. First thing I'm going to do is give you a walkthrough of what I've built here so far before we get going on actually creating the exhibit for today. So I have thoroughly come up with a design theme, you know, palette, if you will, of vegetation, decoration, all that kind of stuff I'm going to use for this zoo. And you will notice that there's a lot more done than in the preview that I posted in December. I've been working on it for a good number of hours today and added lots of decoration compared to before anyways. Let me get rid of these smiley faces real quick. And the main thing you will notice right away is that we do have an exhibit here already that I have not aired, and that's because I just really wasn't happy with how the recording turned out. So I decided not to air it, but I did want to keep this exhibit after considering I'd already built it. There's a lot more monkeys in here than I originally placed. There's babies everywhere, like holy crap. But yeah, this is the Galata exhibit. I'll give you a quick walkthrough. Go through the staff entrance here. Over here I've just got my palette of, stuff I've been using. And here we are. We've got a lot of monkeys in here, like I said. But yeah, these are alpine animals, and I did use alpine terrain in here at first, but it was really, it's still, talking too fast, it's still pretty much on the dull side a little bit, kind of dark, kind of gray exhibit, especially because it's building. But it was even worse with the alpine terrain in here, so this is actually grassland dirt that I've got put down instead. But yeah, that's their exhibit. And let's see here. We're going to go around this way. This is going to lead to our first exhibit that we're building on camera. And if you guys can guess from the tall fences and the not leveled, but multi-level terrain that I've already put in here, and also by the statues up on top of this archway, we're going to be making an Ibex exhibit today. Now, I did get a little bit carried away already. As you can see, I've got the fence laid out. I've got the terrain sort of already figured out a little bit. I didn't want to start that much on the exhibit ahead of time before I started recording, but I kind of got carried away as it happens sometimes with this game. Especially since it does tend, for me at least, to be easier to decorate and design and come up with ideas off camera, because there's no pressure to entertain at the same time, and you don't have your attention divided between narrating and building, or designing, creating, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm doing something that's probably pretty familiar to you guys from my last Zoo Tycoon series so far, which is pretty much just laying out some multi-type terrain in the exhibit just to make things interesting so everything's not the same color. I think I like this. So we've got tundra as the base, as you can tell, and let me actually try for the alpine rock, maybe. It's pretty similar to the grassland, it's just a little bit more desaturated looking. But you know what, maybe we could have a combination of both in here. Even though it's hard to tell, it does add slightly more interest, I think, to the colors that we're using. I'm just going to go all the way around here, basically. Actually, you know what? I'm doing this a little bit backwards. I always forget about this. It's best, always, if you're going to have like a base layer of grass or foliage or of any kind in an exhibit, to put that down first and then design the terrain around it, because as you can see, it knocks out the terrain or warps it, the colors that you've used so far. So I'm pretty sure I do want to use, well, not too much grass. You know what? Still doing this a little bit backwards. I have an idea. The first thing I want to do, let's even get rid of this dirt that we put down already. I have a plan. First thing I want to do is find some nice rocks to decorate with, because anyone who knows Alpine Ibex, they live in mountainous, rocky terrain. So the first thing we're going to want to do is make sure they have plenty of rocks to climb on and jump on and all that kind of stuff. So let's figure out what we want to do here. These are perfect for decorating, these smaller type rocks here. Thinner, pointier ones. Nope, can't use those ones. Could have sworn there was smaller ones than these. But that is okay. Alright, so we can use those. What else have we got here? There's this, which is, it's kind of dark, but you know, it adds some nice contrast. I don't mind that. Alright, so I'm pretty much just going to go ahead and place them, not randomly, but strategically random. Thoughtfully random, if that makes any kind of sense. Do we want to add brown ones in here? Does that make sense? No, I don't think so. That's a little extreme. How do these look? This might not be bad. Although I don't know if I want to... Well, you know what? Let's see. This could look really cool. That is not bad, actually. That's pretty epic. Oh yeah, while I noticed it, I did try... You guys have seen in the preview the zoo wall looking like this, as you can see in the background here, and right here. It's just completely flat on the top. But I'm kind of experimenting with this design, which kind of looks like castle turrets, which is throwing me off slightly. I'm not sure if it's fitting or not, because, again, it does kind of look like a castle wall, which a zoo is not a castle, very clearly. So let me know what you guys think. I don't know if that works or not. I think it definitely works more than the flat wall does, only because it adds more detail. If only for that reason, I wouldn't mind leaving it like this. So yeah, just give me your thoughts on it. Let me know what you think about that. And if you have, as always, if you have any suggestions for anything at all, let me know. And I would be glad to experiment and see what looks best. Alright, so let's continue. Let's grab some boreal forest rocks, actually. I really like these ones. That's these ones that I've got using here. So let's go ahead and see if we can't implement these as well. Okay, that had me nervous for a second, because some of the rocks will flatten the terrain that you place them on, and I really don't want to mess up this terrain at all. Alright, I'm liking this so far. Let's go ahead and paint this over again really quickly and take a look-see from down here. This rock needs to go. That's too tall and blocking too much view from right here. That's fine. That's kind of flat. That is awesome. Okay, so let's get rid of this, or at least move it. I'm okay with it being there. That's pretty great. And while we're at it, let's actually throw the animals in there, just so that we can see how they look with the terrain so far. I actually, if I wanted to, I could just throw a couple of different species in here. I mean, this really is not that big of an exhibit for multiple species. However, I have numerous different horned animals here, horned hoofed animals. Alright, so we have him. We've got a male ibex. We could put a barrel in here. And a chamois. Put a male. Actually, do a female for the barrel. I mean chamois. My bad. And then a male for the barrel, because the male has more impressive horns for that species. This one looks like it's got small for both genders. Okay, how is that? That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so definitely multiple species is a good thing. Especially since we have a limited size zoo to deal with, and we want to try and fit as many species into this as possible. So if we can incorporate multiple into one exhibit, that is fantastic. I think after all I will add another Alpine Ibex. Do we have some more color variations? I don't want 3 brown and only 1 gray. I mean, not that it's a big deal. I could just add more interest and spotlight to the barrel, since it is different colored. Let's see if I can get a male different color. I'm not sure what's up with the variants, because it seems like, whoops. It seems like the other day when I was experimenting with the horse Mustang animal, when I was placing him down, no variants would show up for him either, which is odd. So I think there's something going on with my game as far as variants go, and they're not showing. Anyhow, I think that'll be just fine for now. It's not a big deal if, whoops, most of them are brown. We can live with it. Okay, so let's see. What are the requirements? He's thirsty already, so we need to get some water in there for them. That's one thing I'm not decided on yet, guys. I did kind of have this in mind already for what we're going to do here for the exhibit design, but I have not come up with an idea yet for their shelter. So that's going to be kind of an experiment in itself. Okay. What are you stuck on? I wonder, does this rock have a really big hitbox? Oh yeah, it does seem like it a little bit. Okay. Oh, this is very narrow. The hitboxes between these 2 rocks are very close together. I really don't want to risk them getting stuck anywhere. So I am going to try and move this aside just a little bit. Let's see. There's enough room for them to travel between that and the fence now. Barely. Okay, but this is a little bit better. I wish there was a way to get rid of the hitboxes for the rocks. I know that some of the rocks that I have downloaded into this game don't have hitboxes, but the main ones do still. Alright, well, they can get around, they should be able to get around there fairly easily. Alright, I'm not too worried. That seems decent. Sweet, okay. Now, do we want more rocks than this even? This seems... yes, you know what? Yeah, I'm not... I've already decided. We need more detail. Alright, so, maybe we can use this one instead. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Now, what about this? These hitboxes are going to be disastrous, I think. But let's see how this looks and if they can still get around okay. These might be fancy and impractical due to those hitboxes, or just might not look good at all. Let's take a look. I think it looks pretty good, but we need to remove this line going all the way up here. Maybe just that. I feel like we need something like this. That seems pretty good. Okay, let's get in there. Check it out. Oh man, those hitboxes though. Those hitboxes though. Not even kidding guys, I cannot travel anywhere past here. So these are going to have to go, unfortunately. Even though they look kind of cool. That's just really unfortunate about those hitboxes. So I think I am actually going to leave the rocks mainly at that. In that case. Because I just can't restrict their movement too much. Otherwise I'm going to get notifications every 2 seconds saying they're stuck, can't reach food, blah blah blah. So that's okay. We can work with that. Let's see how it looks from over here actually when we're walking through. Ooh, it looks epic from here already. Alright. Neato. Okay, so that's not bad. Although, I wonder... I kind of feel like we need to have something right here too. More rocks of some sort. Is this gonna work? Well, I mean... how does that look? Is that too much? No, no, that's good, but we do need to flatten this out more so that that rock is not just floating partially above the ground. Alright. Barrel 2 is really thirsty. Yes, give me 1 second. Promise to get you something to drink. Alright, how's that? Still floating over here a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, I think we have that sorted. That rock needs to go, or be moved. Wonderful. Okay, so that works. Alright, I like that. I think that's pretty awesome. Give him a little bit of water here. Uh, yeah, here. Okay, I figured. Alright, well, food dishes for the win. They better be able to reach at least one of those. So around the... Actually, you know what? Let's get some of these leafless shrubs to put around the rocks, because I think those would go really well. Oh, and logs and trees and shit, too. Oh my god. Sorry, I just swore. My bad. I try to stay away from swearing at the very least in my Zoo Tycoon series, because it is supposed to be kid-friendly. Seeing as it is, or was originally intended to be a child's game. But you know, due to all the mods and everything that fans have come up with and made, and how realistic this game has been made to look via those mods, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of older people playing it. At least in their teens. Alright, so I think that's pretty good. Let's see. Good, good. Oh my god, it's starting to look great. Those shrubs in there. Awesome. I do want to... Well, you know what? We don't really need to smooth... My first instinct when there's rough edges like this, like just, you know, hard edges on cliffs, my first instinct is always to smooth it down, but I really need to try and curb that, because it doesn't always have to be smoothed down. Especially for an Ibex exhibit, because they are so used to rocky, steep, uneven, sharp terrain that it's more accurate to leave it this way. So that's great. I'm going to save this business right now, because there's no way I want my game to crash after I've accomplished this much. It's always safer to save way more than you need to. Okay, so I'm going to place down maybe one or two more of these, and then we can get going with the other foliage. I like that. I also don't want to overdo it either, so I gotta be careful. I already placed some around here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Alright, let's see. I think it might be time to go ahead and place that second terrain color down, because there's not too many more plants I want to place down, apart from a couple of shrubby trees and logs, so it should be safe to color the terrain now, considering that. Now, what do we want to use? Temperate grassland? I think that's what I decided on. Alright, how does that look from here, to start with? That's pretty epic. I like it. My first thought is it's a little bit dark, but there's not much lighter I can get than that while them still being happy with the biome. Because I can do something like savanna or desert, but that's going to make them unhappy because these are cold weather animals, cold biome animals. So I'm just going to continue with this. Probably just over-analyzing like usual. I'm sure you guys probably are happy with what I've chosen here. I am. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to complain. I think this is turning out pretty awesome. For the longest time, guys, I tried recording this zoo, the first episode, but as much as I wanted to, I could not for the life of me come up with a first exhibit to do after that monkey one. I kept on experimenting in this area right here, but I went from like muskox to caribou to moose until I got around to Ibex and decided on that. I just couldn't come up with a design that I liked, but I am so pleased with how this is turning out. I'm very excited. We definitely do need to find a dedicated spot for them to drink some water, though. I'm not going to put a pond or river or anything, just because... Well, I mean, in the Alps, there probably is lakes and rivers and ponds and that kind of stuff, but this doesn't strike me as being needed in this exhibit. So I'm going to give them an actual trough of some sort, or watering device. Let's see, I want another rock here. Bazinga. Perfect. Alright, is that too much brown? Let's see from down here. I think I'm happy with that. However, there needs to be more stuff here. Like, between this rock and that large pile, like just open space in front of me, this needs to be filled with some more detail somehow. Some kind of rocks or something. Or, maybe not rocks, I mean, trees or logs. Alright, let's see what we have over here. We've got our palette. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but I did crack my neck. Hopefully he didn't hear it, because it may have grossed some of you out. This is excellent. I love this leafless birch. It's so great. Where do we want to put it? Right there? Yeah! I like that. Gelada wants to reproduce but can't find a mate. Holy crap, 32. I did not place 32 of you in here. Babies everywhere. You don't need to have more babies. There's already so many babies. I'm just glad they're not complaining of lack of space, because if this was real life, they would be. Alright, well, we're good here. I do have a zookeeper looking after them, so everything should be okay. It's starting to get dark now in the game. I wish there was a way to turn that off. Oh well. Only because of, you know, YouTube. I want you guys to be able to see. Alright, so this, I don't think I'm going to use that for this exhibit, but I will get that. I will get this. This possibly. Alright. How's this? I like it. I like it, but the tallest point in the exhibit is supposed to be this giant rock pile over here, and now this is kind of competing for that. So I think we need to balance this out better. Maybe move this over here? Right there. Perhaps. No. I don't like that. Instead, we will move it here, I think. And let's try placing this down as well. How does that look? Is that going to give the rocks a nice backdrop? Oh my goodness, yes. I'm so pleased with that. Holy crap. Okay. That is excellent. Yeah, definitely a bad idea to put a tree right there. That needs to stay low. We've got one mini peak here of height, and then one big one there, and then in between it needs to stay kind of lower down. Different focal points. That's the key here. Different focal points that don't overlap or interfere with each other's visual epicness. I hope I'm explaining this well. I think you guys are getting my point. Alright, what else are we doing here? What else? What else? What else? What else? Logs and stuff. A couple more, at least. This. I think this needs to go over here also. Is that too much? Too much tallness there? Nope, that's good. I like that. That's pretty excellent, actually. We can stick you over here. That is fantastic. Is it fantastic, you guys? Is it really? Maybe move you down a little bit. Like this. Here? Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Ooh, this might actually, since this flat space right here is bothering me, maybe this would actually be a good spot for a trough, like an actual trough, if it'll fit. Because that's like within direct view of the viewing area right here, which makes me think it'd be excellent for a feeding spot. Well, you know, we could put this down. We could just have this, hey, that might make more sense. It's smaller. My worry when I had it facing this way was that it's too big and in your face, and too yellow, just from the viewing platform here. This is less obnoxious. This is more like, it's less and it's more, guys. Just deal with it. That's the truth of things. It's less and it's more. But no, I think this might be a good idea. Maybe just like that. Sure, why not? We'll leave it like that for now. Wait a minute. Let's try it again over here, too. Where I did attempt to try putting food in the first place. Do I like it there? Yes, I think I do. That's like its own little dedicated feeding spot all on its own, like right... First it... Whoops. Spazzing out. Nope, wrong way. Holy crap. Just right when you walk in, you can come and see an ibex eating right there. I think that's great. That's awesome. Now, enrichment. I think they use a salt lick, right? Yes, they do. Okay, well, that's perfect. We can have the salt lick right here. Excellent. This is fantastic, although it does have a hitbox, which makes me sad, and it will flatten terrain if I place it anywhere. So, I need to place it on flat ground. Not sure where that could be, though. Right over here? That could work, but then it's blocking the way all the way around here, and I don't want to do that in case an ibex gets trapped. Let's take a look at what other enrichment and stuff they need, and see if we can't figure out a shelter for them to help fill in this extra space. Because I feel like adding more rocks and more plants might be a little redundant at this point. Don't think the exhibit needs too much more of that. What am I doing? Enrichment. We could place this down, though this, again, has a hitbox. The texture isn't too great either. But, you know, that might be okay right there. Maybe. Okay, they can actually walk, well, I can walk fairly close to this without an issue. It's just this one corner here. Do I like that? That's okay. That's okay. I think I'll leave that for the time being. What kind of shelter? This could be an ideal shelter, although it's kind of big. Can we stick it here? They're going to have an hard time getting to that, though. And I feel like it might flatten the land. Problems. Let's go ahead and save again real quick. Just before I place it, to be on the safe side once again. Okay. Turn those smileys off again. Alright, let's try this, guys. Bam! No problem. But do I like how it looks? It's kind of large. I don't want it to take away from that main centerpiece. So I'm thinking we might want to make a separate little housing unit or something over here attached to the fence. Not actually having the shelter inside here. Maybe? That's too big. That's too much. This would be ideal. You know what? Is that good? Is that okay? That is not too bad. We could probably make that work. This is awesome, but too large. We don't need that many. Actually, you know what? Ooh. Okay, you know what, guys? I just had a brainwave. Let's try this. Okay, I'm gonna place, this. Good. Yeah, that works. I like that. Alright guys, I think that might do it for this episode. I would like to continue on camera, but I'm pretty sure my episode is running pretty long. I never time myself, but I do have kind of a... I just kind of go by feel for how long it takes. But I'm pleased with how this is so far. Just let me reiterate that again. Hopefully you guys like it too. But off camera, I am going to do some more sprucing up with this exhibit, if I can. Just, adding more detail and whatnot, like usual. And also with the rest of the decoration on the outside of the zoo. I'll just walk back through it a little bit as I wrap things up for you guys to take another look if you like. Got a zoo map here, bathroom here. I'm not sure if I'm going to try opening this up to actual guests or not. I might in the future, we'll see. Well, what else was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh yeah, I'm really, guys, with all the exhibits in this zoo, I'm really going to be trying my hardest to grow as much as I can in terms of my design skills with like every exhibit that I build here, because I get both motivated and demotivated every time I look at some members of the Zoo Tycoon community's zoos that they've built, because there's some people who definitely are more advanced at zoo building than I am. It's just that they usually post that stuff on Zoo Tycoon forums more than on YouTube. So I don't think there's that many. I think I'm probably one of the main people who still post building videos. Holy monkeys, also. Again. But, yeah, so I really want to push myself to build better, more intricate things, more detailed things, excuse me, get better with layering decorations like foliage and rocks, because that's really the secret, guys, to making it look good, is just layering. And yeah, I'm not sure how else to explain it, but I'm definitely going to be pushing myself every episode to try and make something to the best of my ability, and I will wrap it up a little bit off camera and, spruce it up, make small adjustments off camera as well to improve it, when I can actually focus just on that without having to worry about entertaining you guys at the same time. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I kind of rambled on a tangent there, but, what can you do? It happens. I really hope you guys enjoyed the episode. That went exceptionally well, in my opinion. I was kind of stressing out beforehand on worrying about whether it'd be good or not, but I think it went excellently. Let me save again real quick. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I don't know, just, suggestions for making anything better at all, or just, comments, questions, whatever you have, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I will do my best to get back to you and or answer you directly when on camera in the next episode. So, enjoy, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Well, I mean, the weekend's ending for me now, so I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'm probably going to be posting this within the next, 2 days, Monday or Tuesday or something like that, if I can. So, yeah, take it easy. Hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.